Welcome back to Beating Lyme with Lativa, how I overcame, beat, and healed Lyme disease, and how I'm going to help you do the same. So it is Wednesday, March 11th. It's 2026. And if you're just seeing this video, just know that this is a kind of it's a Lyme disease daily diary dry fasting type of playlist. So actually, if you go to my YouTube, I only have currently one playlist at this time. And inside that playlist, this is one video of a series of videos. So I'm going to be sharing different information. Basically, up until this point, if you're just tuning in, welcome. If you have already been being here, you've been following my journey, welcome back. So again, if this is repetitive, you guys just bear with me. You can fast forward past this, just catching everyone up to speed if you are new here. So basically, this YouTube playlist series is about my preparation to go into some longer dry fast. This is how I was able to beat, heal, and overcome Lyme disease, long COVID, Lyme disease, all the co-infections, long COVID, massive mold exposure, mold illness, and like 18 running medical diagnosis. I was in really bad shape at one point, you guys. I was in like multi-organ dysfunction. My body was in a crisis and my body was shutting down. No American doctors knew what to do with me. I said, F this, there has to be another way. And I found that way. And now my only intention with my videos creating these is to basically bridge the gap, show that there is another way that actually worked. Because all the American conventional medicine doctors I was passed around had no idea what the F they were doing. So I had to become my own doctor, my own advocate. I went overseas to Europe to work with a Russian doctor by the name of Dr. Filanov. Dr. Filanov is a Russian dry fasting expert who's been successfully curing, treating, healing pretty much every disease under the sun successfully for over 40 years. Now, up to date, I've been doing preparation as I have already worked with Dr. Filanov before. Some people, it's a one and done type of ordeal. Other people, you've got to work your way up to longer dry fast. So I get a lot of questions. One I'm getting the most is, how long did you dry fast? The reason I can't directly answer that is because people are asking, wanting to know for themselves. That's fine. But why I can't directly answer that, why I have like a multifaceted answer, is because what your body needs is going to be very different than what my body needs. And each individual's healing journey is going to be very different. So whereas you might only need one long dry fast and you're good, someone like myself, I've had to do multiple rounds of dry fasting, and that's just my own journey. So so far I have done a few rounds of dry fasting, and I am preparing right now to do more. So since it's like Wednesday, March 11th, actually on Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to go into my first prolonged dry fast. And I went back and forth about this, but I am going to probably go a little bit shorter length, maybe 4 to 5 days, see how my body does. If I can push longer than that, great. But what I plan to do is maybe 4 to 5 days. And I'm going to break and exit the fast safely. There's a very particular way to do this. And no, my videos are not about telling you how to dry fast. Again, you guys, I'm not the doctor. I'm not the expert. And I am not advocating for anything dangerous. Dry fasting is not dangerous, but what you do need to know is that when it comes to dry fasting, I am not a medical expert. I worked with a medical expert, and I'm only sharing what worked for me. If you're going to do this, please go work with Dr. Filanov. He's not out of reach. He's not some mythical creature that you can't, he's within reach. He's very active on YouTube, on Instagram, Dr. Filanov. Just look up Dr. Filanov Dry Fast or Dry Fast Dr. Filanov. He's the only one that's going to come up on Instagram and YouTube. And it's Filonov, Dr. Filanov. So I've had people come on my videos and they're like, well, you're great at explaining, but you didn't tell us how to do it. That's not what my videos are for. My videos are not to tell you how to dry fast. It's to show that there is another way that actually worked out of everything else that hasn't worked. I know I'm not the only one who went on this journey being passed around like a lab rat and doctors making me worse and not knowing what the F they were doing. So all I'm doing is here to bridge the gap to show you, hey, there is another way and this worked. And it can help you too. Not probably, anyone and everyone would benefit from this. But what I'm not advocating, what I'm not doing, I'm not here to tell you how to dry fast. I'm not here to walk you through how to do it. I'm not here to tell you how to dry fast or how much dry fasting you're gonna need. You need to go work with Dr. Filanov the same way I did if you want that type of information. I'm just sharing my personal journey and testimony. And God made a way for me. And my promise to God was that, God, if you do this for me, you show me a cure, an actual cure, I'm going to tell the world about it. So that's why I make these videos. So let's not get anything misunderstood. I'm not here to upset anyone. I'm just trying to be very straightforward and transparent. So anyways, I basically have just done a whole nother preparation protocol. The thing is with dry fasting, do not go just try to dry fast on your own. These were 7, 9, 11-day dry fasts where I had to prepare months. Anyone who goes to work with Dr. Filanov has to prepare for months. It's a very specific protocol. You've got to open up detox pathways. You have to do liver, intestinal, colon cleanses. I mean, there's certain diets you have to get on, certain things you've got to remove so much from your diet. There's just a lot of preparation work that goes into preparing the body, opening up all your detox pathways to prepare for these types of medical long dry fast. So no, I'm not advocating for you to go dry fast on your own. I would never recommend anyone do that. Do not do that, because also there was a lot of particular things Dr. Filanov had us doing while we were dry fasting, like walking 6 miles a day, which sounds crazy, but the way it helps mitochondria, energy production, lymph flow, circulation, there's a reason for it. It's not frivolous. It's not because they're trying to be controlling. There's just a lot you don't know. A lot of information you don't know. So I also in one video you have to understand, I was preparing for months and I still didn't have all the information. So how in the world do you think me, who's not the expert doctor, is going to be able, in a 12-minute video, be able to walk you through how to prepare for something that takes months? That's not realistic. That's not what I'm here for. So let me also clarify that. And then also when you break and exit the fast, there's very particular things you have to know, because this is like serious internal surgery basically, and you don't just come up off the operating table, even though there's no knives or anything involved. It's just what is happening in the body while you're dry fasting. And the whole point of dry fasting, this type of medical dry fast, is to literally starve out all pathogens, microbes, and literally disintegrate disease. When you fast, your body goes into a state of autophagy. Autophagy means self-eating, self-cleaning. At an intercellular level, your body goes into cleanup mode. No, you're not going to drop dead if you don't have food and water for 3 days. But yes, or 7, or there's people fasting for 20, 40 days. It's biblical. Go look it through any biblical scripture. People were fasting for much longer. And then I got people coming for me, oh, this is dangerous. How dare you? I'm so mad that you're challenging all my views and beliefs because I heard that if you don't eat or drink anything for 3 days, you're going to drop dead. Well, I fasted for much longer and here I am and I'm not dead and I got my health back. So I have people coming for me. It's ridiculous because I want to just say, get the fuck out of here, Karen, huh? The fuck is wrong with you? You think animals in the wild is just dying because they just drop dead? Is that what people really think? If you don't eat or drink for 3 days, you're gonna just drop dead? That's not how that works, people. You've been misinformed, and I'm here and I'm perfectly fine and even healthier than before. And I fasted for much longer lengths, and I'm okay. And I also witnessed people going through this. No one died, nothing bad happened. But yes, there is a very particular way that you have to have all the information before going into these dry fasts. So that is what I'm going to leave you with. But I'm not here to tell you or walk you through that process. Even months I had to prepare, and there's still so much more I'm learning, but I'm not the expert. I'm just here to tell people there is another way. This is what worked, and it can work for you too, but you got to go work with the expert. I'll do my best to help people. That is what my free content is for, my free journey and testimony, why I'm sharing, making these videos. So I have basically already fully went through Dr. Filinov's preparation protocol before going into long dry fasts already, because I've already worked with him personally. Now I'm doing it at home to do more dry fasting to really make sure I've gotten all of this out of my system. Now, after finishing the preparation protocol, TMI, I don't care. I'm here to share my story with no filters. If you don't like it, buzz off, okay? It's crazy how people like come over here and try to critique and be mad and upset. What are you mad about? You must be a really nasty spirited person and lack heart, compassion, empathy. For me sharing something that worked for me when my life was on the line. I was dealing with multiple life-threatening medical conditions. I have lived this personally, and I got my health and life back. And now I am trying to do a good service by helping others. You must be a really nasty spirited person if your thoughts are thinking and believing that, oh, how dare you share that information? That's dangerous. What part of helping other people is dangerous? You need to go check your heart and spirit, because I actually have people coming for me on different channels and platforms, and I'm just like, what is wrong with you, Karen? What's wrong with you? Is it your demons, your devils, your am I challenging your little-minded views? Because there's another way out there versus outside the matrix of what you've been led to believe and lied to about by big pharma. Because they want lifelong patience, and I want people healthy for life. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I got to say to you, okay? I want to be nice. I want to make friends. Let's not get off on the wrong foot here. I'm cool, I'm good. But seriously, like, I have people coming for me on different platforms. They're telling me, you're going to drop dead. That's dangerous if you don't eat anything for 3 to 9 days or a few days. People think if you don't eat for 2 days, you're going to die. This information is so incorrect. That is not accurate. This is not dangerous. There's just a very certain way that, yes, it needs to be done. Before, during, and after a long dry fast. So, and then there are sometimes contraindications, which means certain underlying medical conditions that certain people have that they should not be fasting. So if you're born with diabetes or you're pregnant, things like that, no, you should not be fasting. Now, if you develop diabetes, that's different. But again, you have to work your way up. You can't just throw yourself in these long dry fasts. That's why people keep asking me for that information. I'm like, I'm not your guy. I'm just telling you what worked for me, and please go work with Dr. Filinov. He is reachable. You're gonna have to book a virtual consultation, go from there just like I did and everyone else. I'm just sharing. I'm the information carrier. I forged a path and I'm now sharing with you. So don't misunderstand my position and how I can help you, but also understand my limits where I can't help you. That's going to be up to the expert, Dr. Filinov. But it's astonishing because I have people like, oh, that's dangerous. You're going to drop dead if you don't eat or drink anything for 3 days, or you're sharing dangerous information. You need to get out of here. How dare you tell people how to get better by something that you personally lived and made you better. I just don't stand people. I don't understand people. And if this upsets you, bothers you, offends you, get the fuck out of here, huh? Like, I'm not doing this to upset anyone. I'm not doing this. How you have to really check your own heart and spirit that if my message upsets you, that is a personal problem. That's not my issue or problem. I'm not about to make it mine, but I am going to address it. Because what type of nasty spirited, no heart, no compassion type of human are you if my message upsets you? By me going through something that almost took my life, I then got my life back. I found another way outside of the norm, the box we've been put in, that worked for me. And now my only intention is to help other people, show them there is another way. And you are mad about that? If this message pertains to you, you're mad about, you're upset. How dare she? How dare she challenge my views in everything I thought I knew and believed? This is dangerous. Coming from the person who's lived it, gone through it, didn't die, got my health back, got better, and now my only intention is to help other people. Check your motherfucking heart and spirit, mind. Like, what is wrong with you? Why would anyone be upset or mad or frustrated at someone who's personally lived this and only trying to help other people? Are you really mad and upset and angry about me helping other people? By my personal lived journey experience that you haven't? Have you fasted for more than 3 days? Go do it and then see if you die. I doubt you will. You're only going to get benefits from it, but you've been led to believe otherwise. And I just chose to step outside of that small-minded thinking because I'm not a follower sheep. I'm a leader. My name Lativa, the origin of my name literally means leader. How the fuck was I given the name Lativa when I come from the whitest American family of Brittany's, Brooks, Mona's, Andy's, Jody's, Lisa's? My name, my birth name literally means leader. And I believe God had me go through this to forge a path because this was never about me. This was about everyone else it was supposed to help, including myself. That's why I do this. But I also, let's be very clear, I know where to draw the line because I'm not the expert. Can I help assist people? Sure. But at that point, you're going to have to book a consultation with me. But also, we're going to start with very clear expectations. I'm not a doctor. And there's just certain things out of my scope. And I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. There's certain doctors out here right now who don't have the answers, but they act like they do. I'm not acting like I have all the answers. I just know what worked for me. I'm sharing with you. What you guys do with that information is on you. But seriously, my message to anyone who is upset about me, my only intention through my personal lived journey and experience and testimony, now sharing to help other people, upsets you, you need to go check your heart and spirit, and I'm going to pray for you because that is not nice. That is nasty. Nasty behavior, a nasty heart, a nasty spirit, and shame on you that you don't have enough compassion or understanding that you might have it all wrong and that only someone is trying to help other people. That has nothing to do with you. Man, go find something else to be mad about. Seriously. Because you mad? You want to argue? Man, I don't get it. I just don't get some people. So I am just a few days away of starting my first dry fast. And pretty much on my first day, I am going to check back in with you guys and just see how things go. So like I said, if I make this every day, it's going to be a lot more repetitive than it already is. This video is a video series on my YouTube channel that's labeled, well, the playlist is called Lyme Disease Daily Dry Fast Diaries for a reason, because these are daily updates. So some of it might be repetitive, but I've been preparing the Dr. Villanove way. It's a lot of preparation. I have finished all of my preparation now. Now I'm just getting ready to actually go into my first long dry fast, which I might only be able to handle. Raja! I might only be able to handle the first 4 to 5 days. I'm going to break and exit, refeed for a little bit, and then I'm going to go possibly 6 days, 8 days. I'm going to basically build up to the longer dry fast. So, and some people, when you prepare again, individualized journey. My body could not handle just going straight into a 7, 9, 11 day dry fast. That's my own personal experience. It might be totally different for you. So don't hear what my personal journey and be like, oh, it's the same expectations for me. No, because I saw people prepare for it, but I also was in a lot worse shape than most people I saw personally when I was there working with Dr. Villanove. I think I was one of the 2 people, people were suffering, but I think out of like 20 people, it was only me and another woman that I know we suffered a lot greater than a lot of other people. So if you haven't been suffering as much or as long, then hey, I saw people go through a 7, 9, 11-day dry fast, didn't die, nothing bad happened. And by the time they came out of it, they weren't even out of their fast yet. And they were full of, oh my God, I got my life back, my health back. They're laughing, they're talking. I wasn't there yet, but people weren't even out of their fast yet. Like already pretty much being cleansed and healed. So, but I'm going to wrap this up for today. We're at like 20 minutes, so I don't want to make these too super long. But yeah, I finished all the preparation, and then I also, for ladies, I don't care, might be TMI, I started my menstrual cycle. I still have an intuitive belief that women should not be fasting during their menstrual cycle, but Dr. Filanov has a different view. That's okay. I'm listening to my body still because it's gotten me this far. And also, when I was in Europe, I actually had to break and exit that fast early because I started my menstrual. And once I did, it was all downhill for me personally. So, and I get a lot of pain. Like I was in so much pain, and then the dry fast, it just compounded everything. And I had to tap out early. Didn't want to, but I had to. So this time was like, let me finish my menstrual cycle, get that completely out of the way, make sure I've fully prepared, and then go into my first long dry fast. So that's, also for women, information. And also while you're dry fasting, you're not showering. It's a tough one. I do not recommend using toxic tampons. You want to make sure you've got like cotton free or cotton non-toxic tampons if you're, gonna try to dry fast, because you don't want to be dry fasting, purifying, cleansing your body, detoxing, and then have a toxic tampon inside of you. I personally decided to wear pads. Not the most hygienic, but it just intuitively my body is like, that's what I need. Because I tried to wear a tampon that were organic and non-toxic, and my body like spit it out like, get this out of me. Get this out of my body. So that was my personal experience. Some women might be just fine. But again, I was in a lot worse shape than most people there. And that is also why each time you dry fast, you're just getting more and more stuff out of your system. And that is why for me, I am personally having to go through multiple rounds. But let me tell you, it already gave me my health back. I am almost virtually symptom free. For the most part, my daily life, like I'm able to get back to it. My humor is back, my sense of humor, like my joy, my everything. It's been a little bit roller coaster, but that's the healing journey. It's not like, okay, I'm on the dry fast and then back to normal. No, your body is still gonna be healing. So again, keep that in mind. I'm gonna wrap this up. Deuce. Peace out, guys.